Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I was just consumed in this absolutely massive book I was reading. While you're here, I think it would be a good idea for us to go over some psychology and, more importantly, why we as human beings feel the need to belong. Abraham Maslow suggested that the need to belong was a major source of human motivation. He thought that it was one of 8 basic needs along with physiological needs, safety, self-esteem, and self-actualization. These needs are arranged in a hierarchy and must be satisfied in order. After physiological and safety needs are met, an individual can then work on meeting the need to belong and be loved. If the first 2 needs are not met, then an individual cannot completely love someone else. It says in this huge book that separated from friends or family, isolated in prison, alone in a new school, or living in a foreign land, most people feel keenly their lost connections with important others. Humans have a need to affiliate with others, even to become strongly attached to certain others in enduring, close relationships. Alfred Adler once said, "We have an urge to community." George! On with it. Being socially active greatly increased our ancestors' survival rate. By keeping their children close, attachment served as a great survival impulse.
As adults, those who formed attachments were more likely to come together to reproduce and to stay together to nurture their offspring to maturity.
Being in a group also increases your chances of survival. Having 6 hands to hunt and gather outnumbers the work of 1 man.
The need to belong colors our thoughts and emotions. We spend a great deal of time thinking about actual and hoped-for relationships. A study found that our very happy university students are not distinguished by their money, but by their rich and satisfying close relationships.
What?
What's up, homie dog? Mind if I chill with your crew?
Okay.
The feeling of acceptance causes our self-esteem to rise dramatically. Mark Leary says, self-esteem is a gauge of how valued and accepted we feel.
If you want to hang out with me, you better ditch the tie and the glasses.
Much of our social behavior therefore aims to increase our belonging and inclusion. To avoid being rejected, we generally conform to group standards and seek to make favorable impressions.
Excelsior!
To gain friendships and to raise our self-esteem, we watch our behavior, hoping to create good impressions. Good impressions. That was not a good impression.
The human race spends billions of dollars on clothes, cosmetics, and other accessories.
Some will even try dieting. And some will try fitness aids in order to achieve a sense of acceptance into society.
Watch! Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. I work out.
For many of us, we try to resist breaking social bonds. In extreme cases, attachments can even keep people in abusive relationships, if the fear of being alone seems worse than the pain of emotion or physical abuse. Here's an example of 2 idiots.
Oh, come here, bro. Let's walk. Look at this. What are you doing?
I'm so hungry. Please. I'm in a cage with dogs.
Oh, you think you're the kid? Oh, you're
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him!
Ostracism is social exclusion. Throughout the whole world, people use ostracism to control social behavior with punishing effects. Parents often use ostracism as a means of punishment, for example, a timeout or being grounded. For adults, ostracism can be more painful, and an example is imprisonment or solitary confinement. Cyber ostracism is perhaps one that you can recall. Do you recall the feeling from being ignored in a chat room or having an email going unanswered? Such ostracism elicits increased activity in the brain area, the anterior cingulate cortex, that also activates in response to physical pain. People often respond to ostracism with depressed moods, initial efforts to restore their acceptance, and then withdrawals. If rejected and unable to remedy the solution, people sometimes turn nasty.
Wow! Headshot! I'm gonna get you! I'm gonna get you!
I don't really need friends. I mean, I've got a lot. Isn't that right, Mr. Teddy?
Yes, Teddy!
Individuals join groups with which they have commonalities, whether it is a sense of humor, style and clothing, socioeconomic status, or career goals. In general, individuals seek out those who are the most similar to them. People like to feel like they can relate to someone, and those who are similar to them give them that feeling. People also like those who they think they can understand, and who they think understand them. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Learning Psychology. Please enjoy another one, and as always, remember, study for the test, boys.